So yeah, my flight was kind of rough. That's not it, by the way. During my layover, my worst nightmare happened. Among all the visitors, they picked me to do an inspection kind of thing. I was like, what? The thing is, they didn't explain anything to me. So I was kind of expecting like someone that could, check on me just to be safe. I get it. Like as soon as I landed, and that was the immigration, and they were asking me like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here for a concert. Yeah, me. And then they're like, okay. And then this guy, this guy looked at me and he didn't say anything for a few seconds. I was like, oh, what's up? And he was staring at me. I was like, huh? What's wrong? He didn't really ask me anything about my job or my concert, because honestly, the immigration, you need to say why you there. You need to say the truth. And I did. But this guy didn't really got interested into what I was doing. He thought I was coming to America from Italy to bring some freaking cheese. And I'm not even kidding. So, and I'm telling you now why I'm saying this. So this guy looked at me, stared at me for a few seconds. And then he looked at another guy who was pretty far away. And with his hands, he did this, the gesture of, come here, come here. And then this guy, without saying anything to me, like literally nothing. This guy took my passport. He gave my passport to this other guy. And they were just looking at each other and they didn't say anything. And I was like, what's wrong? And this big guy, by the way, it was such a big guy. He looked at me and he was like, follow me. And then I was like, okay. Oh my God, I'm such in trouble. I was like, it's over. I'm not going to perform at the concert. It's over. It's over. They're going to put me in jail. I didn't know why. Like, I was just scared. So they took my passport. And without saying anything, this guy gave my passport to another guy that was behind a desk. And he puts the passport on a folder. And that's it. And then he told me, sit down. And I'm like, what do you mean, sit down? I was like, ah. And he was like, please, sit down. Someone will escort you to grab your luggage. I'm like, no, why? What happened? And then I wait for like 20 minutes until my luggage arrived. And then another guy came with me to grab my luggage. And without giving my passport again, he was like, okay, follow me now. And then the other guy, the guy that stopped me, he came as well. And both of them were looking at me and like, okay, so you said you had no food, right? Because, while I was at the immigration, they were asking me like, do you have any food? I'm like, no, I just have this sandwich that my mom gave it to me. It was like a sandwich with, what was it? Mortadella. It was like, meat. And it was like, okay. And then this guy looked at me again. He was like, are you sure you don't have any food? And I'm like, no, dude, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. He literally said to me, are you sure you don't have any cheese, salami? He was so sure I got from some freaking salami in my luggage and I was hiding from him. He was 100% sure about that. And I was like, no, I don't have any cheese. I don't have any salami. I'm here to work. And I would have told you. Why should I not say anything? And then, this guy started to inspect my luggage and stuff, and he couldn't find any cheese, and he let me go. It was that easy. But like the whole thing lasted for like an hour. Cheese inspection. The cheese inspection. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Maybe you really wanted some good cheese. I get it.
Yeah 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 yeah